This was a really good meeting. I'm glad you called me down here. Hopefully the credit restoration information that we talked about was really helpful for your clients.
I think it will be. I was really impressed with the information that you gave me, so I'm looking forward to passing it.
Good. I know when we talk a little bit more about the credit restoration service for your customers, I know they're going to see the benefit with it.
I can see that.
Oh, look at this.
All right. So again, I feel as though maybe we can set up something again for the next meeting, so we can meet with my clients and then talk to you.
Well, you probably want to have them not so much try to call me, but why don't you give me their phone numbers and I'll call them. They'll probably be better if I could just reach out to them directly.
Sure, I think I could do that. I mean, that would be ideal.
What are you doing here?
Well,
okay. I thought that since you got a lot of great free information about the credit restoration services and how it would benefit your customers, I thought that you would, pick up the bill.
Well, you definitely have been very helpful. So, but,
absolutely.
The reason why I kind of felt like maybe you should pick up the bill because I did order you a 4-course meal that you ate all of it.
Right.
And I just wanted to come and talk. So,
okay.
So I felt maybe you
Well,
should.
wouldn't you think that that'd be the right thing to do? If you called me, wanted to get some free information, wouldn't you think that would be the right thing to do? Lorie Woodruff, and welcome to Lorie TV, the place to be to have the extraordinary business in life that you deserve. And today, it's Q&A Wednesday. This allows us to come together weekly to share different real estate, business, financial education topics that we all need. Today's question comes from Maureen. Greetings, Lorie. I've been watching Lorie TV and I love the content. Thank you, Maureen, and loves you right back. When you did your episode on Networking 101, it raised a question for me. Once you meet a new contact and decide working together could be a good fit, how do you move forward to ask someone to breakfast or lunch without it seeming like a date? That's going to be a big one when you are in networking. Now, if you saw the networking episode, you saw that it's very important for you to get out there and mingle. Of course, if you're going to be networking as part of your business now, this is something that you have to do. So the next step, obviously a question would be, what do you do when you want to set the appointment? So let's go into 3 good steps that would help you, Maureen, identify not being a date so that it won't be so uncomfortable. First thing is you want to state your reason for setting the breakfast or lunch appointment. And that could simply be, well, what's the reason? What's the purpose of our appointment? That way you can at least have some identity as to what time of day it's going to be, stay away from dinner time, and certainly make sure you identify that if we're meeting because of business, let's make sure that that's clear up front so there won't be any misunderstandings. And also, if you're going to ask someone out, make sure that you kindly pick up the bill. That's the best thing to do. If you wanted to bring someone out to lunch or breakfast, you're asking them for their time and for their information. So you certainly want to make sure you grace the event by picking up the bill as well, in my opinion. 2, show value in the appointment. Of course, if it's going to be beneficial for both, you want to make sure how is it going to be beneficial for both of us to meet. If I'm in real estate and I'm working in credit, really may not be too beneficial for me to meet with someone who has something outside of what I'm looking for. So before you even set the appointment, make sure it's going to be valuable information for either one of you. Make sure it's beneficial for both of you, okay? And the last thing to do is follow up. Follow up. I'm a huge fan of making sure that you follow up with an email. You can have a phone call, which is always better. And we just don't want it to be any one-night lunch stands. That means it could just be one time and that's it. You want to make sure you've made that connection now, follow through, and make that a permanent part of your follow-ups. And that could be monthly or every other month, however many times you feel it's necessary to keep that relationship going. Okay, Maureen? So hopefully that was the perfect A to your Q, and any other questions that you may have about networking or anything else that we have discussed, come on over to Lorie TV, put your comments on there. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you are interested in featuring your business, certainly come on over to Lorie TV and we can show you how. Remember guys, this show is all about you, making you extraordinary in your business, and we want to make sure that you're doing things in the right way. So this leads us to our face tweet of the day. Cooperation is a two-way street, but for many, it's the road less traveled. And that's by Famous Me. So remember guys, this show is all about you, trying to make you extraordinary in your business and life. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Lorie TV.